The new cards in the upcoming OCG set limit over collection, the Rivals, has slowly become nothing short of incredible, and they're only going to get even more crazier from here because Konami has just announced a brand new version. Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. Of Dark Rebellion Exceeds Dragon, which, if you guys don't know what that card does, basically all you do is you detach two materials from it, and you cut one of your opponent's monsters attack in half, and then Dark Rebellion gains that as its own attack, which is kind of insane. But before we get into this new retrain version, I actually want to give a shout out to someone who commented on my video from a couple days ago. And if you guys do not know what I am referring to, I did a video where I talked about how current WWE superstar Logan Paul is making his way into the Yu-Gi-Oh community, and I talked about how I talked about one of the ways that you could tell if a card was real or fake. Whoop. There. Sorry guys, I kicked my tripod. Where I in that video I talked about the ways that you can tell if a Yu-Gi-Oh card was real or fake was by looking at its emblem, and I forgot that it was known as the Eye of Anubis, which I completely forgot. But big shout outs to Kevin Nation 97. Shout outs to you. If you are watching this, shout outs to you. He commented on that video saying, quote, the emblem of the bottom of the card is called the Eye of Anubis. Also, it being gold means the cards are first edition. Silver is unlimited or limited. Fake cards usually don't have the Eye of Anubis holographic. Shout outs to you, man. I completely forgot that was the case. However, to be fair, there have been times where those same fake cards could have the Eye of Anubis on them, and they could still be fake. To be fair, that is possible. But shout outs to him. Shout outs to Kevin Nation 97. Shout outs to you, man. Appreciate you clarifying that for me. Props to you. But with that being said, let's get straight into it. Excuse me, and talk about this brand new Dark Rebellion Exceeds Dragon, which is known as, well, Dark Rebellion Exceeds Dragon of the 4 Heavenly Dragons. So I believe there is still one more that needs to be released, and I think it's Crystal Wing or sorry, Clear Wing Synchro. I think I could be wrong, but I think that might be the case. But the artwork on this thing looks so fucking badass. Holy shit. Anyway, it is a rank 4 Dark Dragon Exceeds with 2500 attack, 2000 defense, and it requires 2 level 4 dark monsters, so pretty generic. You can use this in pretty much literally any dark based deck that is in the format, which could be, I think, Monarchs I think Monarch Mitsurugi, Dark Magician can also abuse this card. Ray Raptor can also abuse it, which is kind of cool. But it says that this card is always treated as the Phantom Knights card, and both of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads, if this card is special summoned, you can target an equal number of cards on each field, destroy them. Second effect reads, when your opponent activates a card or effect as a quick effect, you can You can detach one material from this card, special summon one rank 4 Dark Xyz monster from your extra deck. Using this card you control. This card you control. This is treated as an Xyz summon. Transfer this card's materials. Honestly, that's kind of insane because because to be fair, you can literally use this card to go into you can use this card to go into the original Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, which I actually have in my binder right here. And this binder right here is actually one of my sell/trade binders. For the most part, I've been doing mostly like trading over at Bear Cave and over the last few months, but this Saturday I'm thinking of going over to King Fandom, which is located on Sherman Way and Canoga, right in front of the Orange Line. Shout outs to them, by the way. I haven't been there in months since I came back from the Gaming Chair Edison tournament in Rancho Cucamonga back in December. That being said, there are actually two different artworks of Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. So here's this one. This is the original, and then here's the alternate art from the Legendary Hero decks, which is kind of crazy. Actually looks kind of cool. Or sorry, the Legendary Dragon deck. Sorry. The Legendary Dragon decks. But yeah, so basically the original Dark Rebellion says again, as I said, detach 2 from this card. Target a face-up monster your opponent controls. Its attack becomes half its current attack, and if it does, this card gains that lost attack. So literally, if your opponent has, let's say, a body on board with, let's say 8,000 attack. Let's just say that monster's attack goes down to 4,000, and this card goes up to 6,500, which potentially could be lethal. But the funny thing is, the effect only works during that turn. Apparently, the ruling is that the effect is not permanent, which is kind of stupid. And I know that because I used Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon in Duel Links, and apparently it's not permanent. But I will say, this card, this new retrain version, is super busted because you can go into that. You can go into a potential, pretty much just any other like rank 4 dark Xyz monster that you may have at your disposal. You can go into excuse me. What's another good one? You can go into what is it? Baguska? No, Baguska's I think Earth. Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. You can go into pretty much almost anything, any rank 4 that's a dark, which there are quite a few. You can go into any of the rank 4 Raid Raptor monsters. Any of the Evil Swarm monsters, including Nightmare. Thanatos is definitely another one that comes into mind. So this card is actually kind of cool because there are a few decks in the format that can actually abuse this card like it's nothing. Funny enough, you can even also run this card in DDs, and it's funny because you can go pull off. You can pull off your plays, and if you have a scale surveyor plus DD Griffin, excuse me, or like or double D Copernicus or whatever, you can overlay them into this card, and then and then if your opponent attempts to activate a card, like let's say Imperm, and they attempt to imperm your effect, the effect of this card, you can chain it, detach Copernicus, and then rank it into a what you call it, into triple D Wise King Solomon. And now they've basically wasted their one one of their negates. So you basically get to pull off your plays, and your end board turn one can be something. Even going second, the fucking DD deck can still make a lot of plays, which is nuts. But the question becomes, will this card become meta in 2026? And the answer is yes, because that there are so many dark decks in the format right now. I wouldn't be surprised if this card got so broken that Konami just bans it right off the bat. I would not be surprised in any way, shape, or form. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see what people will cook up with that one card. But with that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.